welcome back to the Betting Exchange, live on MSG, where we make picks, debate picks, and tell you why our picks are going to hit. You got Katie Mox, you got Eric Coleman, Jeff Johnson, and you locked in to MSG Studios and ready for another fire day of bets. And this is a big day too, Katie.
Big day. A lot of marquee matchups going on in the sports world. Super excited about it. Last night, I bet against McKissick, which is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. I won't do that again.
Yeah, you're right about the matchups tonight. I mean, you talk about the Warriors, Suns, and the Brooklyn Nets against the Knicks. It's going down tonight. I'm excited to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. All I needed was a few yards from DK Metcalf. That's all I needed was just a few yards from DK Metcalf, and I would have been straight. But now I've lost 3 in a row in fantasy by like less than 3 points. Whatever. But here to make some sense of what we got going on in the betting world, all the way in LA, my guy Arash Markazi. Arash, what's going on your side of town?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's about 60 degrees outside, so time for me to break out the ugly Christmas sweater.
Well, we don't feel bad for you at all. It's about 35 degrees
Don't wear fur coats and 60 degrees in LA. It's like, it's time to bundle up now.
Absolutely. All right. Well, like we mentioned, there are plenty of cover stories going on in the sports world tonight. A lot of rivalries, a lot of really good matchups. But the most important, at least to everyone in this studio, is the Knicks versus the Nets tonight over there in Brooklyn. An interborough rivalry and showdown going on tonight. Now, the Nets, they started out a little bit slow, but hey, they are comfortably for now sitting atop of the East. And the Knicks on the other end, well, they're still trying to put the puzzle pieces together in order to stay above 500. But they've made some changes. One I want to talk to you about. So the Knicks just announced that Kemba Walker would be out of the starting rotation. One, do you like that? Is that a good pick for them? And then also, how do you see that affecting the lineup as it stands right now?
Yeah, I mean, I hate it because we love Kemba. We all love Kemba, but it was obvious after the first 20 games that something had to change with this Knicks starting lineup. Now, I think what they want to do is shore up their defense and get more targeted on offense. You look at Kemba's numbers, a lot of stats go against him, most notably that they plus 122 or minus 122 when he's been on the floor this season. So you swap him out for Burks, you get more size on defense, you get more versatility, and he's part of that bench that has been the story for New York. So while I think I'm sad that he's out of the rotation, he was probably the easiest piece to swap out for this team. So I think that they're going to need everybody else to step up and to score, like Julius, like RJ, everybody else to get going. So hopefully this could be the spark. And they needed to make a change sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you are former Jets player. You have played in an borough and certainly a Battle of New York before. What goes into this mentally before this game? And do you guys know that the city is all watching and you want to come out on top?
Absolutely.
Right?
Everybody wants to be the kings of New York. Everyone wants to get the attention. And when you're the New York Knicks and you've been hearing about the Brooklyn Nets, how they already been crowned as champions all offseason, how great they are with the big three, it's frustrating. And you want to go out there and give it your best. So that's why you see all the passion come out. Julius Randle, last time they played last season, you see him throwing chairs, getting angry, getting upset after the loss because it means something. It means something to win this game. That's why I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Arash, one question for you as well. Kevin Durant is currently tied in points per game with his former teammate Steph Curry. Steph Curry, of course, leading the leaderboards right now in terms of MVP. What does KD have to do in order to catch up to Curry?
He's got to do what he has been doing. Listen, we know about the points, but he's shooting 55% from the field, career best. 40% from 3. He's having one of his best statistical seasons. The one thing he has to do, which they are continuing to do, win. If you win, I promise you, KD will close that gap with Curry.
Yeah, well, we don't want them to win tonight. But other than that, yes, I absolutely agree with you on that one. All right, so now the time has come. Let's put our money where our mouth is. What is your best bet for the night? Jeff, I'll start with you.
Okay, so I'm going to the new starting point guard, Alec Burks. And just because of the odds, I like him over 15.5 points. It looks like everybody but me, you, Eric, and Arash are questionable tonight for the Knicks. So they're going to need some offensive excellence from him. He scored 23 against the Hawks last game. I think he can keep it going, getting 16 or more.
All right.
All right, I'm going big. And if I'm Julius Randle, I'm going to take it to the Nets. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to be in the paint. I'm going to play some bully ball. And that's what I expect out of Julius Randle. So I'm going for 25 points, 12 rebounds. I'm taking the over. It's at plus 600. If the Knicks are going to win against the Nets, they're going to need a big day from Randle. So that's
absolutely. I love that bet. Arash, what are you looking at?
Listen, I'm pulling for the Knicks tonight, but I do believe KD will have a big night. He will go for more than 29 points. We keep talking about KD v. Curry. The entire country is watching that Suns-Warriors game. KD will have a huge night.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that everybody has a good night, but I hope not too good because I took the under. I have the under 216, and like we said, this is going to be a scrappy game. It's, between the two boroughs, so I do think we're going to see a lot of defense here. Walker is out, which definitely should help the defense for the Knicks. And look, the defense for the Nets already, they're 7th in defensive rating right now. They're in their top 10 in points allowed. So I'm going to go with the under 216. As you said, everybody's out as well, so that should probably help keep the score a little bit low. Well, that is our cover story, and you're watching The Betting Exchange live on MSG. Next up, it is Tease Me Tuesday. You're not going to want to miss this. We'll be right back.